Hi guys, good afternoon. Let's begin with the weekly analysis for this week. Now, starting with last week, we were expecting a bearish move on Nifty and Bank Nifty last week. But what we see there was a pullback which happened last week, the entire week after the budget. The price went back up, but it is just a correction, as you can see on the charts. Right. Similarly, with Bank Nifty, price did go back, but did not break the previous high. It tested it, and it is now coming back down. So before getting to the analysis for this week, let us go ahead and check what happened to the trades that we were expecting last week. Did they go in our favor? Now, if you look at the banking sector, it did not go as per the plan because the pullback was there. Price hasn't gone up. It did a pullback, and now it's at the resistance. So ICICI Bank, SBI did not go as per our expectations. Bajaj Auto, which we had on the automobile sector, it did go up, and we see a very strong rejection. So last week price has done a huge move, tested the new high, and then got rejected from there, indicating a downward move this week. Right. ICICI Bank again did not go as per plan. So the banking sector did not go as per plan. Maruti, we were expecting a bearish move. Price is playing around the same level. Bharti Airtel went up. Cipla, we were expecting bearish move. Price closed at the same level where it opened. Sun Pharma again same. So last entire week, all our analysis did not really work out. Right. Let's see how this week pans out. Starting with Nifty, what I notice on Nifty now, see, a lot of people would say that we have a very strong bullish candle piercing pattern on the weekly chart, which means now we should be looking at a bullish move. Well, that may be true, but I would not expect the market to go up here, because what I see on the lower time frame is that there's a breakout and the price has done a pullback. We already had a fake breakout on the top. Now price has done a breakout on the downside. First the resistance was broken, then the support broke, now a pullback. So there may be a spike on top, but the way the market looks like, I would be on the bearish side. So even if the market goes up, I would be selling from the higher price. Right, that would be the strategy on Nifty and Bank Nifty for this week, where I would wait for a pullback and then go short. Now, if this closes as a morning start, is an evening start today, then I would start selling from tomorrow itself, both Bank Nifty and Nifty. You can see today's candle is currently forming, depending on how it closes. But if not, if it closes with a spike up, gets rejected, then I will wait for the market to move up to test the resistance and then short from the higher price. But any which case, my direction for the week is bearish, and I would be on the sell side. The upward move that we're seeing, that we saw last week, it's very clear that those were only profit bookings. The people who shorted for the budget, right? We can see it was just going up to retrace for people to get out. So don't fall. I would not fall for this trend. I can say clearly that I'm expecting the market to move on the downside, and that would be my view for the next couple of weeks, at least till I see a reversal on the upside. So I'm bearish on Nifty and Bank Nifty and on most of the sectors as well. Now let's see sector wise. Banking sector, I'm bearish. So in terms of trades for the week, we have HDFC Bank and IndusInd Bank. Let's take a look at HDFC and IndusInd. Now if we go into the HDFC Bank chart, you can see the support was here. This was a support which was broken, price pulled back up. It's still playing here, but I'm not expecting this to go back up. I'm expecting this to fall. We are at the resistance, so I would be on the selling side. Again, with IndusInd Bank, you can see a much clearer move. If the candle closes this way, we have an evening star. If not, we might have a rejection. But in terms of direction, we will be on the bearish side. So bearish on IndusInd Bank for this week. Apart from the banking sector, let's take a look at now at the automobile sector. So Bajaj Auto we already saw on the weekly chart. You can see a very strong rejection. First target should be 3002, and on the daily chart you can see price is slowly dripping downwards. So I'm bearish on Bajaj Auto for this week on the automobile sector. In the sector, Bajaj Auto and Eicher Motors are the stocks that I would focus on. You can see Eicher Motors has already been falling. So that's today's candle. Friday we had a dark cloud cover, and today market opened and continued to fall. So we're still bearish on this because you can see on the weekly chart the trend, the downward trend has just started. We should be looking at the low being tested soon. So we still have a couple of weeks to go before the market stops falling. So bearish on Eicher Motors for this week also. Now let us take a look at Hindustan Unilever. What we see here on the weekly chart is that an attempt for a double top but getting rejected, right? So there's a very good resistance here. Now we can short with a confirmation on the lower time frame. What we see here on daily chart is a lot of indecision candles, right? So as soon as we have a low breaking, a body dominating bearish candle closing below this low on the 4-hour chart, I would be ready to go short. Right, so again my direction is short for this week. I'm just waiting for a confirmation to go short on Hindustan Unilever. Coming to the IT sector again looks weak, and out of all the stocks, Wipro is what I would like to target for this week. You can see Friday we had a gap up and a bearish candle. This week it looks like we're continuing the trend. Once this closes, we should be looking at a low of 230 very soon. Now if you check the weekly chart, you can see price is the highs are getting lower, the lows are constant. That's a descending triangle. So we're expecting a breakout of this and next support of 222 to be tested soon. So bearish on Wipro also for this week. Then we will look at ITC now. ITC, we've been bearish for quite some time. It is continuing to fall and hasn't reached the support yet. So still has a further bearish target. First target would just be the recent swing low at 205. So very good for intraday trading until the market reaches here. And the pharma sector is also bearish. So I have the trade on Sun Pharma. You can see it is already falling, but it does have a long way to go. First, we will be looking at a retest of the previous low at 373 first, and then 343. Right, we are currently at 421. Right, so these are the trades for this week. Bearish Nifty, bearish Bank Nifty. Last week was profit booking or pullback. This week the trend should resume or start the downward trend. So be on the sell side if you'd like to take my perspective. I would like to sell after a pullback. I would not be on the buying side at any of the stocks for this week. Alright, that's it for now guys. See you again on Friday. Bye bye.